Happy Thursday morning, everybody. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Agent Mastrangelo. Of course, has been a very busy morning across the region. We're currently in our weather alert status. So that's because we do currently have active warnings here for parts of the region. So let's take a closer look here at what we have in terms of our warnings. It's 3 flash flood warnings. The first one that was issued earlier on this morning was a flash flood warning for the Providence metro area, including the 95 corridor through parts of Kent County and, of course, the Warwick area. So we are seeing some heavy rain falling at the station right now. Now, this has actually been extended until 12:15 p.m. It was initially until 10:45, but with this heavier band pushing through right now, they have chosen to expand this further until 12:15. Now, we head further off to the east, the Fall River area, even Middletown, Rhode Island, also seeing a flash flood warning until 11:45. It does look like some rain is picking up in intensity here through that area. So do expect to see some similar areas to what we had within the past hour or two that may have already flooded, could be doing so again. Now, further off to the east, our newest warning we've seen so far this morning is here in the New Bedford area. Parts of Bristol County also included are parts of Bristol County and Plymouth County, Massachusetts, including in this, and that goes until 12:45. So here's a look at our 3 alerts. You can see the trajectory of these rain showers, some embedded downpours pushing through Buzzards Bay, heading off to the north. Plymouth, Massachusetts, really getting into the thick of it right now. Let's take a closer look at just the radar here, get some of those alerts off so you can see our radar picture a little bit clearer. This is now the past 2 hours. You can see right in the Warwick area, eastern Kent County, we're seeing some of the heaviest precipitation right now. So very low visibility on the roadways, places that do typically flood, the poor drainage areas could be doing so, especially Oaklawn Avenue, one of those places we do typically see flood here in the Providence area. Would not be too surprised if this latest go around did put some water down there. So, of course, want to be making sure we're being very, very safe with our decisions. So, here are the alerts, kind of what we see when we have events like this. Flood watches, we did not get any of those this go around, but we do have these flash flood warnings right now. And that essentially means that excessive radar estimated rainfall has led to flooding and is about to occur in places that it has not done so already. So we have seen this already this morning through Bristol County, Massachusetts, and through parts of Bristol County, Rhode Island, too, with some reports of some minor street flooding. The good news is we're not seeing any flash flood emergencies right now. That's really when this turns a little bit more life threatening. We just got to be wary of our travels and, of course, turning around whenever we encounter any of those flood waters. So we got more rain for the rest of the daytime. This is as we head towards 12 p.m. We're keeping our weather alert at least through our noontime web or newscast here. And as we can see, towards that time frame, 495 to 195 corridor, still seeing some heavy precipitation towards our noontime. Newport, Wakefield may be a little bit better. And then everyone starts to see some improvement heading through the mid afternoon into the late afternoon. This heavier precipitation does continue, especially for the 495 corridor, Fall River, Taunton, Acushnet, as we head towards 2:30. So I would not be surprised if we did see a few more of these flash flood warnings, even being extended into the mid afternoon. Now, the good news is heading for the evening commute. By 4:30, it does appear that the heaviest precipitation will be now lifting off to the north. Still some lingering rain showers and likely still a decent amount of standing water, of course, through those downpours that are going to work through for the middle of the day. 7 p.m. this evening, still dealing with some rain showers, embedded downpours, not out of the question. Just the overall coverage and intensity does look to be a little bit lesser than what we've already seen this morning. Overnight into tomorrow, still dealing with some stray rain showers. Friday, though, better picture overall. We'll start off the daytime with a few in the way of some clouds. Actually, very, very cloudy to start off the day. But by middle of the day and heading in the afternoon, temperatures rising. Likely going to be in the mid to upper 70s, so a little bit above average. Some sunshine here before we say, let's head for the weekend. The weekend forecast looking half bad either. Now, here's a look as I catch my breath. A lot of talking here with these weather alerts we got going on. Our rain totals in the Providence area, 1 inch. This is just today. We got to think we saw 2 inches of rain yesterday. That means 3 inches falling in just roughly the past 36 hours. And that's why some of these flash flood warnings have been so easy to kind of achieve here for this morning. Westerly, 1.13. Yesterday, Westerly's rainfall total, you can get rid of that one. It was actually 0.13. So they've seen an additional inch and around a quarter of an inch added to their rainfall tally. And that's kind of good news because this is one of the areas through Newport County, southern Bristol County, Massachusetts, where we did see some of those D1 drought implications and likely going to be seeing that at least improve as we get our next drought monitor. And that's actually coming out this morning, but it won't account for any of this rain that has fallen so recently. Chance of precipitation through the rest of the day between essentially 80, 90%, even up to 100% heading towards 1 p.m. But as we were talking about, mid-afternoon towards the evening commute, we do expect to see the majority of the heavy rain lift off to the north. Still some lingering showers. Can't even rule out an isolated downpour, but rain chances will be going down heading for the second half of the afternoon. Total precipitation, this does account for what we've already seen, likely seeing anywhere from 1 to 3 inches. In terms of additional precipitation, I do think up to an additional inch is looking most likely at this point. We do have some good news in the forecast. Damp early for Friday. We're up to 79 degrees, though. Saturday, starting off fairly sunny. We got mostly cloudy skies for the afternoon, up to 78. Chance of a morning shower there on Sunday, but all in all, a very looking good forecast here as we head for the weekend. Much better what we've had to deal with the past couple of days. So that's all we got going here for our Storm Team 10 weather alert. Of course, want to be making sure we're using lots of caution out there on the roadways. We'll be tracking it for you through the middle of the day. You can watch our newscast on air, online, and we get all the information you need to know for this Storm Team 10 weather alert. Turn around, don't drown. That's the latest from Storm Team 10.